Okay, hi guys. Pardon me for the interruption. It will be the case. Oh, it's actually nice and sunny now, even after the sun. I mean, the snow. There's climate change for you. People might not know, but the Philippines, which is usually 36 degrees, recently had hailstones, which is actually what's fun. While the people in the hailstones, yes, they had hail, and they were actually quite well. The Filipinos, okay, would have been hey, they've never seen hail before, so they were very happy. Yep, apologies about the ads. Unfortunately, we are on Ustream, so every 15 minutes, I think there would be an ad. I know, yes, that's the case. The thing is that you can't exactly how can you kettle people in Whitehall, just outside Whitehall? I'm sure the media would have a field day for it. I know, that's it. Well, at some point we will be able to get rid of them, but then that will be a while when once we have some more funding. Anyway, guys, if the more people actually join us, that'd be great. How's it going?
Trying to get rid of some more.
Okay, we'll do. Well, anyway, like we're trying to actually get funding. If you go underneath this, I think there's a sponsor me account that we've set up, but it's just whenever one of our guys' phones end up getting smashed somewhere, we end up having to well, replace it, I suppose. But so far this year, that's good. Well, we've only lost one phone. Nothing on the beat again. I know this demo is not big enough for, so that means it's actually that they would never mention it in the BBC, unfortunately. Well, I'll put it this way: 25,000 in Lewisham, and then what? That got 5 minutes. About 1,000 all over the country are coming out, but then. I mean, if you can, please tweet this out to at BBC Breaking. That's the Twitter account for the BBC News, at BBC Breaking. And let's see if we can actually get them to restream this, because at the moment in time, I don't think they actually care. Yeah, I know. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is at BBC Breaking. We'll see if we can start a bit of a Twitter storm. There's 168 of you, so please, if you can, keep post this. Excellent. Okay, BBC. Whoa. Okay. Okay, we're outside Downing Street now, and some people have their T-shirts.
Protest. Maybe we're all naughty terrorists. I don't know.
Anyway, as you can see, these are the police photographers. Say hello. Hi. Hello. Photographer 4619. Yes. Anyway, as you can see, that's the I think it's the EGX Echo Golf X-Ray Bravo 92. Yeah, this one. Okay. If you can, yes, please. If you can just keep tweeting this out. This is actually the one. Yeah, if you do that, yeah, just at BBC Breaking. That'd be great. Thank you. At the moment, we're outside Downing Street, just behind the police officer there. Good shuffling.
Shuffle right.
Excellent, yeah, yes. Hi from hi from Newcastle. Hi to Newcastle. Okay, people saying Cameron out. Yep. Hi for the new people just joining us. We're outside Downing Street. Downing Street, just behind these police officers here, and this is actually the bedroom ties protest. It's quieter on this side.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you want some soup? Are you alright?
No, I'm okay, thanks.
Alright, love.
I had the marathon. Well, it's about I don't know, 300 the most, which is actually what the second event page actually had. Sorry, mate. Okay, sure.
You know you want
Da, 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 da. Mine's probably rainbow. Anyway, we shall see what happens.
Well, we'll see. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite going to Lee Jasper's plan, though.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, as you can see, we are nice and warm here, you know, in the heart of hearts of people here in the
Heart of darkness.
Yes, yes.
Anyone's got a spare tent with like
You don't have any spare tents.
Well, no one actually made a call for tents.
Alright, well we can just
Easter egg run. You need a megaphone. Give me Sam a mic check.
Mic check. Cameron.
Can we hold it in front of you?
Yeah, sure, why not?
David Cameron has to go.
Hey! Oh!
David Cameron has to go. What are we going to say though? What are we going to say?
We got,
Oh, but you live streaming,
oh yeah,
Shut off my back.
Watch it.
100 days before.
Oh, nice.
About the old roadkill.
Same name here.
No, yeah. No. No more the better. No, they're trying to send it to BBC Breaking because they're saying there's nothing about the BBC. There's actually Ustream. Ustream.
Oh, you see, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know how to do it. So,
Yeah, we'll do. Okay, while you guys are listening to me, put it this way. As I said before, council housing is not subsidized by the taxpayer. Council housing is on a 60-year mortgage. That would mean anyone actually can figure it out that people have actually paid for their council houses already. I mean, I know people actually who are in the 70s and 80s who have always lived in council housing. And now they're being threatened with eviction if one of them actually is because of the fact that they have three beds. It is actually crazy. But
like my sister, she's got 3-bedroom house. Like my nephew's moved out, she's having a baby down in Wales.
Yep.
She's going to get taxed on that. And my other nephew's 21, he's just about to move out. So he leaves her with a 3-bedroom house and room for her.
Yep.
And then 2 bedrooms free. Well, I stay in it though now and again, so the guests, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's going to get taxed on that. So,
no, that's actually the problem. The problem is we get many in the mainstream media keep saying, oh, that council housing is, social housing is subsidized. It is not subsidized. Social housing actually is. The council housing part is not subsidized. Council housing tenants pay more into the system than they actually ever take out because they put it this way: 60, 80 pounds. You paid for your mortgage by the 30th year. This time, if you buy a house in the 1990s, you probably only be paying what? Well, you probably have paid it off already. But remember, it's a 60-year mortgage. The only things that council tenants are paying for are maintenance, and actually they're paying 21 billion pounds a year that goes straight to the landlords, who end up because that's where all the housing benefits go to the private landlords who actually are like the DSS, Department of Social Services. Those are the guys. So all the taxes actually go to the landlords of all these things, go straight to paying off their mortgage.
so he meant, you know.
What percentage of it should you pay in order to avoid being evicted? I don't know how. If you're on I don't know, 71 pounds a year a month, 70 a week benefits. How the hell can you actually pay for an extra 14 to 20 pounds bedroom tax? Oh, what you call this?
That is council tax.
Yeah, council.
It's not just
and on top of that, the council tax. Something.
Tax, you have to pay council tax now as well.
You have to pay council tax. You have to pay for the spare bedroom subsidy, the bedroom tax. What are we supposed to do? How?
So what do people want to do? Want to stay or go?
Okay, do a mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check. So what do people want to do?
What do people want to do?
Do you want to stay here?
Do you want to stay here?
Or do you want to go to Parliament?
Or do you want to go to Parliament? Where's the nearest pub? Yeah, protest is expressing your anger is also the case. It's also informing the public about what's happening because a lot of people don't even know. On the 1st of April or Monday, they're gonna find out that yes, they have to pay council tax, the spare bedroom, the benefit cap, and the spare bedroom.
And the bedroom tax.
If you're on 71 pounds a week unemployment benefit, how the hell are you supposed to pay off all these things?
Barely survive on benefits.
It's a wanker.
I saw the blue around selling papers and then he disappeared. How was it? I Good, isn't it? It's good.
That's correct. Housing costs are not housing benefit. But as I pointed out, if you're a couple in their 70s and 80s who never paid, who never bought, who never used the right to buy your council place, and then now you're in danger of being told that sorry, your house is too big, you have to move out. You've lived there for about 60 years. I know these people. They've actually been in the council house for the last 60 years. It's crazy. In principle, they did not want to buy the council house, but now the police, the people, the government, the condemns are telling them, hey, the house is too big for you. You need to move out. It's sad, really. No, the police are actually well. Okay. Okay. Yeah. If they're over the age of 61, they're exempt from the bedroom tax or that subsidy thing. But the problem is, they will be told that they need to move.
Christmas is all feel right.
It was a bit like this.
Well, thanks for the information. Stream works in Firefox, but not Google Chrome. I didn't know that. Thank you. No, actually, the stream that I'm doing at the moment works in Firefox, but for some reason, Google Chrome is not working with Google Chrome.
You would over here. Are you getting lots of chatters?
Yes.
Chatters have you got?
It's about 200
In possession of some free speech.
Oh God, that really is a criminal offence.
As you can see, actually, this is actually on YouTube.
What makes me laugh is the Attorney General is currently
We can't have about 203 viewers.
right?
So that's good. Lots of chatter.
Okay.
There's one guy saying that what's going to happen is that illegal immigrants will be here and then they're going to get housing and then the usual. They either get housing, they get £50,000 in benefits, and what was it? Oh yeah, mansions in Kensington. That's the usual thing.
It's not a troll.
No, it's a Daily Mail reader. That's why.
I was just going to say as well, the independent cover-up. Hang on, let's be fair. You have to go through you've got to go through
I did go through due process.
I know.
Dragged it so that them officers couldn't get done for assault on me as well.
No, every officer is accountable, every officer has been filmed, photographed and ID. We all know that, like they've done it to us, right? Works both ways. Don't think they won't behave.
Was it just recorded?
Deputy Prime Minister held in Terrace 20-bed house in Davos.
But when they do,
Well, they are, actually.
Who's the Deputy Prime Minister
go
again?
over the other side, arresting the criminals
That's
at number
the Clegg
10.
guy, isn't
If
it?
they can't do their job,
Okay.
then we will be seeking
I
their
heard
dismissal.
about it. It's called death actually.
Yeah, I know. It's like, and we have, of course, we have Labour saying that in principle they don't disagree with the bedroom tax. Or the, it's just crazy.
These 10,000 deaths which could have been prevented, and these officers are protecting us. I agree with you.
Here, keep warm.
But when they go home at night to their families, they think they've got a nice, comfortable job and everything's sweet and nuts. I tell you what, when one of them ends up in a wheelchair or disabled, or they lose their jobs to G4S, which is coming, guaranteed it's coming, right? Then they'll decide, hang about, we may have got this wrong.
The trouble, you know what I feel sorry for them. Only in the way that they do not arm themselves.
Yeah, there's actually, we moved from Trafalgar Square to outside Downing Street.
They are expected to know it. That's what we've paid them to learn.
Yep, moved to the...
We pay their wages to learn and protect the people of this country.
Well, at least one advantage with the amount of people here, we're actually quite warm.
Because they don't know how to fix it themselves.
They're also trying to feed their families.
It's a very warm thing, and then the masks actually protect your face from from too much from the snow and the wind.
Individual officer, right? Because it's what it represents.
Anyway, yeah, please guys, if you could actually tweet this out, Facebook, especially if you're on Twitter, do it as @BBC Breaking. That'd be great. Thank you. But I know BBC are just gonna ignore it, but what the heck. Thank you, UK watching. How many people are watching on OWNN anyway? It would be nice to know. We've got 213 on this side.
What's going on here is going to get much, much bigger. There aren't enough officers in this country to stop what's going to be happening here. It's as simple as that.
Ouch. She's saying that she's 2,700 pounds worse off and she works. I mean the same thing, like what's his name? Bankruptcy of Ideas Osborne was saying that, oh yes, the new what was it, the 2013 budget would be good for the small businesses. I say bullshit. It's actually getting worse for small businesses.
Most of them will well. Which one?
Sorry, it's a peaceful protest. Working wage have to pay £82 a month. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, please tweet BBC Breaking. Yeah. Unfortunately, yes, you still need to protest the same shit.
And they know that today they've acted in shame once again because instead of doing the job that they know they ought to be doing, they never had to react. The point is, right, if your service isn't providing what it should be for you, you then either leave or you complain, right? They know that you... Oh, Vicky's!
Oh yes, Vicky's!
You're a good man, thank you very much. That's Phil's first.
Hey, I'll go for the wafer.
All right,
I'll go for that one.
My God, Martin, let me see this one. Bloody damn it, just saying to be off the cops one, but I'm saying, well, there's enough, you know. I'll give it
Over the poison.
No, don't do that. We're on there. I'm not for that one.
Whoa.
You got any poison for the cops? No. We don't do that.
That's my one, son.
We need the poison ones to find the sinister. I've rewritten that song, Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. Did you see it? Yeah. Ain't no use in calling back.
Whoa. This is nice. Nice.
It's not called Don't Think Twice, just for fun. Let's have some music.
We don't need the poison.
What you got?
Let's turn this on, I'm low.
Yeah.
Quick, get your head down. Millie, does she want to come and sit with her?
Check out this live stream, motherfucker. And what?
iPhone Elite. Anyway.
Laboratory oversight. Whose street? Whose street? Whose street? Whose home? Whose home? Whose street? Whose street? Whose home? Whose home? What does democracy look like?
This is what democracy looks like.
What does democracy look like?
This is what democracy looks like.
What does democracy look like?
This is what democracy looks like.
What does democracy look like?
what democracy looks like. Anyway, guys, this is actually the housing for the Kunians. It's if you want to look for it in Facebook, it is sorry. It's the Kunian battle bus.
They'll play the bankers game. Tory Labour, all the same. They'll play the bankers game. Tory Labour, all the same.
You'll find out about more about the story if you actually look it up in the Facebook page, or actually just look on the internet, search for it, Google.
Can't pay, won't pay. Tax-bedroom tax. Can't pay, won't pay. Tax-bedroom tax. Whose street? Our street. Whose street? Our street. Whose home? Our home. Whose home? Our home. Whose street? Our street. Whose street? Our street. Whose home? Our home. Whose home? Our home.
Great work. Great work. Great work. Thank you, Sarah. I'd like to hand over to Clarence. He's from Kilburn. Was recently under threat of being evicted. Herbert, sorry Herbert. Sorry mate. So I'd like Herbert to say a little bit of word about his situation and how he was able to fight back against the threat of eviction. So without further ado, over to you, Herbert. First, let me say, hello people.
Hello.
Let me hear you. Let me hear you. That's not good enough. We want the man in there to hear every word we say, don't we? Yes. This man here, you're not. I can't hear that. Yes, we do. All right, listen. Everyone here knows it's unjust. Yes. And what kind of people is it affecting?
The poor! Not the loaded, the poor!
The poor, the disabled, the people
The vulnerable.
in those buildings that think don't matter. Do we matter?
Yes!
Are we poor?
Yes!
No! We have a spy in our midst! Buddy, this is no joking matter. What kind of people are we?
Skin! Skin!
Yeah, we're skin. And look, let's look around. We're in the centre of London. How many people do you think live in these houses here?
Zero.
Josh wanted, will you invite me in for a cup of tea?
Yeah, they're offices, yeah? But you don't really need an office these days. All you need is a laptop. That's what we've been told. So, I wonder if any poor people live on this street. What do you think? No. I didn't hear that bit.
No.
All right. Well, anyway, let me bore you with the plight of someone like myself. I had 10 days notice an eviction order. I have a slight head problem, of which everybody knew, the DHSS and Atos, the whole 9 yards. But I don't want to go too much into me. Let me just say, we here know this so-called bedroom tax is wrong, and with real people, not thought out properly. And what are we going to do about it?
We're gonna fight.
We want our voices heard, don't we? Let me hear you! So we are here to tell the people in number 10, look at us. Look us in the eye. Look at poor people. We need maybe a bit of space, maybe more money, but we are real. We have problems as well. As when you see on the telly, every time Cameron goes on, he starts by saying, law-abiding taxpayers. Aren't we taxpayers, some of us?
Yes.
But we are still poor. And they keep coming up with these new taxes every 5 minutes. What are we going to do about it? Let our voices heard, aren't we? Yes! Mr. Cameron, of which I've met, I mean people who know me, I sat down and I had a picture with Mr. Cameron, and I'm one of those people that would say, if ever I saw that man, I would say this. You know what? I didn't say anything. He was with his family. I just opted for a picture. I told him I'm not a fan, but I've got to get a picture. How cowardly was that? I did that. But anyway, that's another story. I'm boring you guys already. We are here because this tax is unjust. Is it unjust? Yes! What more can I say? What more can I say? Does anybody want to say anything? Anyone want to add something? Come, darling. Hello, you alright?
Yeah.
Where are you from, buddy?
Leatherhead.
Leatherhead. See, people in Leatherhead, Surrey, yeah, they have problems, and here's someone that is going to relay one of theirs.
Yeah, hi. I am Sophia, and a Tory said to me, because Atos judged in my favour, and I'm not affected by the bedroom tax, a Tory said to me, why do I care about the bedroom tax? And I said, because it affects other people.
Yes, good for you.
The Tories only want you to think about yourselves and no one else.
Yes.
They want you to screw other people over for a profit like they do. They want you to be sociopaths. You're not. You're human beings. You are empathetic. You're showing that today towards those who are less fortunate than yourselves. Stand up to them and tell government that they should be. Why is it that they are punishing the poor and rewarding the rich? Why? It doesn't make sense. Only sociopaths do that. This government is sociopathic.
Well said, yes, so well said. I'm going to hand over in a minute to Carol. We just have a couple of little slogans to say, can pay, won't pay, axe the bedroom tax. Can pay, won't pay. 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 So we've got an open mic here. Anyone who wants to speak, anyone who is against the cuts, we want action from the politicians. We're going to force them to scrap this bedroom tax and the other attacks on the poor. So anyone who wants to come up and talk about their stories, as long as you're against the tax and as long as you're going to do something about it. So I'd like to hand over to Carol, who wants to say a word.
Hold it close to you. Hold on. Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me?
No.
From the updates at all. What's happening? Fire siren.
Sorry. Hello, can you hear me okay? I've got a neighbour. Okay, I've got a neighbour and she's got granddaughters, both under 16. Now one of them is an epileptic and suffers from seizures. She has been told that her 2 grandchildren will have to share a room.
All right, thank you. Yeah, it's Carol music. Thank you, Carol.
Sorry, can you hold me for it?
Yeah, we'll do, yeah, go.
Okay, I'll start again. I have got a neighbour who has got twin granddaughters. One of them suffers from epilepsy. She has been told, because her 2 granddaughters are under 16, they would have to share a bedroom. When she complained and said surely somebody with a disability is exempt, she was told she doesn't suffer from seizures every day. Therefore, she and her sister will have to share a room. Now, her sister, if she sees her twin having a seizure, is traumatized. And she was basically, the daughter and the grandmother were told, well, get over it. I think you're exaggerating the problem. This is what these people are like. This is what Atos is like. This is what this government is like. They're all trash, and I think they should all be thrown together in the trash bin. So let's say no to the bedroom tax. 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 No to the bedroom tax.
No to the bedroom tax! 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 Let me know if anyone else wants to come up. I've managed to acquire a megaphone here. Is that your megaphone?
My name's Cam from the Benefits Justice Campaign. When David Cameron, Boris Johnson and George Osborne were adolescents, they were part of what they called the Bulletin Club at Eton. And what they were little vandals. Used to go around smashing up restaurants and other people picked up the tab. But they're still vandals now. They're still vandals. They're vandalising the economy and they want us, working people out of work, the poorest in the society, to pick up the tab. And we have to say, we're not going to put up with that. We're not going to put up with that. I think we can fight this. 23 years ago around today, up the road, 250,000 of us marched against the poll tax. We brought down Thatcher. We smashed with the council tax. And I think there's a few things we need to do. From today, we go back into our communities, we find those people that are under threat of eviction, we will not let them go. If you can't pay, you shouldn't have to bloody leave. And I tell you what, anyone that's threatened with eviction, we have to get outside their houses. Every single trade unionist should take it up in their union branch. And I tell you what, we have to say to councils, most of them Labour by the way, you have to follow what they've said in Dundee, O'Brien. Do not evict anyone over the bedroom tax. We should pay for their crisis. We can fight this. We can make this Cameron's poll tax. Let's get out and do it.
Well done, great message from Camden United Benefit Justice Campaign. They had a brilliant speak out there on Valentine's Day where they confronted the councillors and they were telling them they need to stand down and stand against the cuts. We need action from these councillors, whatever party it is. In Camden, like in Brent, they're building a brand new town hall and yet they're bringing in over £100 million worth of cuts. And these are Labour councils. So we need action from all of the parties. Yeah, I'd invite anyone else who's against the cuts to come up and speak on the megaphone. We can have a few more chants so we can say, can't pay, won't pay. 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 We will say, we will fight. We will say, we will fight. It's housing using human rights.
The event page on Facebook was deleted twice. The first one, about 2,500 people saying they were coming. Unfortunately, it got deleted by somebody. Yeah, no, but that's like a lot of people actually prefer to be reminded.
Tory Labour, all the same. They all pay the bankers' game. Tory Labour, all the same. They all pay the bankers' game. Tory Labour, all the same. They all play the bankers' game. Tory Labour, all the same. They all play the bankers' game. Tory Labour, all the same. They all play the bankers' game. Tory Labour, all the same. They all play the bankers' game. Tory Labour, all the same.
Occupy News Network.
Tory Labour, all the same.
different. We do our, a lot of time you don't even see it on the BBC or anything. But we're trying to,
Yeah, that's right.
we keep trying to get people to actually tweet at the BBC, telling them about it, but nothing's turning up. We'll have about 200 viewers at the moment. But then other sites are restreaming this one. So we should get.
When they had the March for the Students, that was all over the place. How many the long march?
That went all over the place because of that there was violence, basically. But if it's actually, yeah, I mean the 25,000 march for Lewisham A&E, that didn't really get. That got about a few minutes. The TUC, 150,000 people, didn't even really get a mention in the BBC.
Wow.
Keep stream as much as you can.
Yep, we will be.
Someone's got some good equipment.
We're trying to actually get more people to actually start streaming. It's easy if you have a smartphone. Yeah. I mean, just get it. Like, you can download, say, Bamboozer or Ustream, and then just start video and then go straight to the internet. And just put some of the hashtags. Like this one hashtag is bedroom tax or hashtag OLSX for Occupy London.
This is too short.
Yeah.
They're going to criminalise people without them knowing it. Just to let you know, on Wednesday, outside Gilbert Job Centre, there had a protest. A year ago, Nigel Farmager, he killed himself.
You can't afford £3 members. You just buy the £20 a week, didn't you?
How? Like if you get £71 a week, how can you find the?
I know, it's really bad.
I mean, even my friends who are actually on, they're on JSA unemployment benefit. You're required to have a phone because they're not going to accept landlines. So that means actually that's already what? I don't know how much that costs already.
It's probably £20.
Yeah. You have that. You have to actually then if you don't want to walk, you have to take a bus. That's about £2.40 already. So like, and then saying, oh, they get too much benefits. I can't live on £71 a
You know
week.
what it is? People that are working, their wages are so low that the government want a level playing field. But the cost of living is so flipping high, and they don't want people's minimum wage up.
No.
I've got friends at work, and they ain't got gas and electricity, and they work full time. They've got shit.
No.
They work
It is okay.
bloody hard.
I mean, unfortunately, that's what they want to do. Actually, I mean, they pointed out. Well, idea is actually if they have people in the third world working for a bowl of rice, that's what they want to. Yeah.
So they can be wealthy. We don't have nothing. They have everything. It's too hard.
That's a bedroom tax!
In London, you can't live on £6.
No, I know people who are actually at the moment doing internship in companies. That's the only way they can go after university.
Yeah, that's
The problem is they don't get paid for it.
Yeah, that's right.
So the only thing they can do is they squat in the empty buildings, and they have to actually dive into skips to actually get food. So, but then at the moment they want to criminalize them. So it's like,
We're going to criminalise people for what to eat.
Yeah, no, but
They might
that's
as well just gas us all and done with it.
no, but actually
How can you criminalise people for what it's doing?
No, but that's actually the problem. It's like the case is that you can't. If you're middle, the only people who can actually go into internship and not get paid would be say middle class people.
that are doing law.
If you're working
Law.
class, if you're working class, that's it. Forget it. You're gonna be. You might as well forget.
To help you, would it?
And we are clear that we are part of this movement to smash the bedroom tax, and we will be right there alongside everyone that's struggling against it. It's going to affect more than 600,000 people in this country.
Households.
Households, thank you very much. 600,000 households. And it's ideologically motivated. It's an attempt to break up communities, to break up the whole idea of social housing in this country, the whole idea of a right to housing in this country. And the reason why they're able to set people one against the other, why they're even slightly successful in doing that, is because for years and years there's been no social housing or next to none social housing built in this country. So between 1999 and 2009, have a guess how many
council houses were built in this country? Not many. An average of 500 a year, 5,000 in that entire time. Yeah, council houses built during that time, and that's compared to many, many years ago when there was a concept of social housing in this country. There would be 150,000 homes being built throughout the country each year, and so we have to demand not just an end to a smashing of the bedroom tax, but that we need housing for people in this country so that they can stop pitting working class people against working class people. I would like to mention, in connection to this, I want to mention Venezuela. It's been in the news a lot recently. Obviously, Hugo Chavez has died, and there's been a deluge of right-wing propaganda being published about Hugo Chavez and about the movement in Venezuela. Well, let me just highlight one of the achievements of the movement in Venezuela. Starting in 2011, they started something called the Great Housing Mission, and they set for themselves the target to build 3 million homes by 2019. So in 2011 and 2012, they built 400,000 homes for the poorest people in Venezuelan society, and in the upcoming year, 2013-2014, the target is 380,000. And many of these homes are being built by the communal councils that are springing up all over Venezuela to take the struggle there for socialism forward. And it is important to mention the word socialism because we can see very clearly now, living through a capitalist crisis, the first thing that they do is turn on the poor and the working class and attempt to make them pay for the capitalist crisis. And we can see an alternative in Venezuela, in Cuba, and in other countries where there is a real socialist movement. It's completely the opposite thing that is happening there. So we show solidarity with those countries, we show solidarity with people here who are fighting against the bedroom tax, and we say, smash the bedroom tax, can't pay, won't pay.
Axe the bedroom tax! This is an open mic, so anyone who's against the cuts and wants to take action against the bedroom tax, come up and speak. I'd like to hand over briefly to Elaine, who's from Hackney UCU, one of our friends on Facebook as well. So Elaine, you're very, very welcome.
I'm an advice worker in Inner City Further Education College, and I'm here because my union supports this demonstration and all the protests against the benefit cuts that are smashing working class people's lives. We've got students who don't sleep at night because they've been frightened about what happens, trying to save money from their benefits to feed their kids, not having enough food for themselves because they're saving up to cope with the bedroom tax, or to cope with the idea that they're going to have benefit caps and they can't have enough money for food and to live in Hackney. In Hackney, where I work, they are clearing the area so that yuppies can move back in to the houses that working people now occupy. They are making a war on working class people with these cuts, and I'm not going to say much, just want to re-echo something that an earlier speaker, Pat, from Camden said about organising and mobilising, because I'm old, not like a lot of you, and I remember those gates in Downing Street being put up by David Cameron's political mother, Margaret Thatcher. She put the gates up because there was mass mobilisations and organisation against her. We now live in a country surrounded by the police in what should be the oldest democracy, we're told, in the world. And I've got this message for Cameron. If we do what Pat said, if we go back to our estates, if you go and knock on the door of your benefit offices and speak to the benefit workers who are low-paid trade unionists, often being bullied by their bosses into cutting your benefits. If you go to all the estates and the workplaces, and we need to bring back an army to mobilise and to organise together, because this is a war on the poor. The bankers, the big business, the rich, they've taken, they've looted, they've stolen, they try and shut down whole countries like Cyprus when their games go wrong in their banks. We need to organise back against them. And I hear what the speaker before said about Venezuela and so on. But you know what? I think it's about us organising here, from below, on the ground, getting our committee communities together, getting our estates together, getting our trade unions together with the claimants and organising an army, because Cameron, you need to know this. You need to know that your gates will not be big enough, your police will not be strong enough, that we are going to organise. And this government, let's get organised. Be at the conference in May, be at the People's Assembly in June. Let's organise.
Yeah, well said, Elaine. So we will stay, we will fight. Housing is a human right. We will stay, we will fight. Housing is a human right. We will stay, we will fight. Housing is a human right. We will stay, we will fight. Housing is a human right. We will stay, we will fight. Housing is a human right. We will stay, we will fight. Housing is a human right. We will stay, we will fight. Housing is a human right. We will stay, we will fight. Housing is a human right. We will stay, we will fight. Housing is a human right. We will stay, we will fight. Housing is a human right. Can't pay, won't pay. 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 Yeah, we've got an open mic. Anyone else who wants to speak and give a message? Yeah, I've got come right here. Yep. Hi, my name's Mark Dunk. I'm from the Right to Work campaign. We're on an organisation supporting the Benefit Justice Group. I just want to talk to you a bit about the idea of subsidies, because when the Tory government talks about its bedroom tax, it likes to call it the spare room subsidy. But when we think this through, actually, like, look at what this government is prepared to subsidise. They're not prepared to subsidise homes for people who work hard, people who are out of work because of their economic crisis, but they're happy to subsidise some of the biggest corporations in Britain. We're forcing unemployed people to work for nothing. They like to Tesco's, McDonald's and all the rest. They're also prepared to subsidise the bankers who caused this crisis. They've printed more than £300 billion since this crisis broke out and handed it to the banks. But they say there's no money for housing. They say there's no money for unemployment benefits. And what do they want to do? They want to divide us. They want to blame us so that people don't point the finger at them and blame them for this mess. They want to blame immigrants. They want to blame the unemployed. They want to blame disabled people. Well, I'll tell you what, they need to take responsibility for this themselves. But they're not going to unless we make them. So what everyone needs to do is go away from today. Go back to your communities. Knock on every door. Leaflet every estate. Get on the demos. Get building demos where you are. Defend people where there are evictions. And I also urge you all to come to the Bedroom Justice Summit on the 11th of May. There's flyers going about. Make sure you're there. Thanks very much. Well said. Anyone else who wants to come up and give a message? And yeah, we want to build further action. I've got a comrade here who wants to speak. You're very welcome. Jane. Yeah, I'd like to introduce you to Jane. Can you give a welcome? Jane's going to give a speak now.
I'm in a 3-bedroom.
Just hold that. Hold it close to me.
I'm in a 3-bedroom and this is... Hi! I'm in a 3-bedroom and I'm a single parent with 1 child. I've just lost my job and really I can't take much more of this, so I don't know what's going to happen. The job centre are giving me grief and, you know, what more can I do? I'm dyslexic, I've got lots of problems and this is another one. It's like, what more can I do? But talk and smile. Yeah. Thank you very much anyway.
Well said, Jane. And it's the people who are directly affected. We need to get together and fight against this cut. Those of us who are on benefit and are facing the benefit of the bedroom tax. So anyone who's in that situation wants to speak, please come up and give a message. Oh, here's somebody here, right?
Hi. Sorry about this, I just wanted to make a shout out. 4th of May, Trafalgar Square, midday, is going to be the People's Assembly. So please come down as well. And as for the information about council housing, sorry about this. Yep. You keep hearing from the mainstream media that social housing is subsidized by the taxpayer. That's actually incorrect. Council housing is on a 60-year mortgage, so considering that most of them were built towards the 1970s and 60s, they would mostly be paid for by now. You're only paying for the maintenance. Problem is, the 21 billion housing benefit doesn't go to the people living in them, it goes to the landlords. The housing benefit is actually the landlord subsidy. You're paying for the mortgages of all those landlords who own, I don't know, a dozen houses, and it is actually unfair that the people living in them are the ones being blamed for it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, friend. So I guess the message is, can't pay, won't pay. 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 I'd like to invite the Brave family from North West London, the Coonan family. They were made homeless when they declared £18 a week income. And that means 7 people are now homeless, living in disgraceful temporary accommodation. Brent Council are paying £500 a week. So we've got a family, since they were made homeless, have been fighting against cuts and evictions and against the bedroom tax. And Sarah, although she's only 15, and her mother Isabel, who's around about 15 as well, they have been leading a very brave fight despite the difficulties of their situation. So I'd like you to give them a big welcome. First of all, Sarah is just going to say hello.
Hi, today we're here about the bedroom tax, but there is another issue if you have the opposite problem. If you're overcrowded in your house and you need more room, the government and the council are nowhere to be seen. But if you have an extra room, they're quick to cut your benefits. My aunt and her 5 children and husband live in a 2-bedroom flat. They need at least 1 extra room. Where is the help for them? But if they had an extra one, they would be onto them straight away and saying that your benefits are being cut by 14%. We are overcrowded as well. Me and my family were made homeless in April of last year. There was even talk about me and my brothers and sister going into foster care. What is going on now? They were willing to pay over £3,000 a week to put me and my brothers and sister into care. Where are the priorities? They've got it all wrong. So I just want to say that, you know, we've got to keep the fight. We're having another protest next Saturday at Whitehall at 1 o'clock. We need to continue to have things on a weekly basis to show that we are not giving up. If we only have one protest and forget about it, then we're not going to make an impact. We need to always be planning future events. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. They've had the window tax for 150 years. Remember that, people.
1 p.m. Bring your sleeping bags. We want that as a symbol of the fact that many people are going to be sleeping on the street. Here's Carol. It says on her shirt, it's capitalism, stupid. Oh yes, Mr. Cameron, it's capitalism, stupid. It's capitalism, stupid. And Carol's brought her sleeping bag. We'll bring it back next week as well. Okay. So, anyone else want to speak on the microphone? But I think we're getting the message that people who are affected by this bedroom tax need to organise and oppose and fight this, and we need to put pressure on all of the parties who are not doing anything at the moment. And we need much bigger demonstrations. This was a good start today, but we need much more people, and particularly the people who are directly affected by this vicious tax. It's going to make more people homeless, put more people on the streets. More people in London are going to have to move out of London because of this tax, and people will die, like Nigel Firminger in Kilburn, who died some time ago. So if anyone wants to speak about their struggle, then come up and say a word. I'm just going to hand over.
Hold the trigger on. Hold the trigger.
Yep. Hi guys, welcome. We're just outside Downing Street now, just behind those walls.
I wasn't going to speak, but thank you. I wasn't going to speak, but I thought, why not? You know, because this is serious. In fact, it's not serious. It's bloody serious.
Bloody serious, yeah.
So what the hell is going on? You've got a property market that is completely false. You've got a property market that is falsely inflated. It's like you're getting a balloon and puffing air and more air into it, and there comes a point where that balloon bursts. And even if the balloon doesn't burst, the only thing that is in the bloody balloon is air. And that is what the property market is. It's a totally false economy.
Yes.
And it needs to collapse. And it's probably going to, not probably, it is going to collapse, because the property market sustains the rich. It doesn't sustain the poor, and it also sustains the banking system. The banking system is completely dependent on the property market. If the property market breaks down or slides a little bit,